Hello, nerds. Welcome to the GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. Geeks like my man here. He's back again. I talked him into coming again. Tell him what's up. Tell him what's up, Randy.
Yo, what it do, Geek Beast, man? I'm excited. We're gonna talk about this nerd stuff at the highest level possible.
Yes. And sometimes I'll take it to the lowest point and he has to dig me back out of here. That's
Man,
what I do.
I be on my Michelle Obama. I'm like, when they go low, I try to bring Chuck back up high. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he tries. He tries. He tries. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and share our opinions with you. So don't take anything as serious. This is talking heads that pronounce themselves as talking heads.
Right.
We're not like those other news sources that claim to be authorities, which they are not authorities.
In
We
other
don't do that.
words, right? Don't go getting fired from your job based on something that we said right here.
That's right.
Disclaimer out there. Disclaimer out there. You
As
have
we
been warned.
Yes. As we introduced, that's Randy, and I'm your host, Chuck. Let's jump into the news, Randy.
What's up,
Now, I
man?
have to ask you, Randy. I got to ask you a
Okay.
question.
Okay.
The Woman is King. Did you see the trailer for The Woman is King?
I did see the trailer for The Woman is King.
Is it just me, or does that get you more excited than Wakanda ever did?
No.
What?
No. It doesn't get me more excited than Wakanda. With the caveat, it was hot. It would no. It's great. It's great. I enjoyed it, but without Wakanda, this doesn't get made.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that right now.
And we have a legend, a bona fide legend of Viola Davis as the star over that. She's the goddess. She's the queen.
Yes.
She's the goddess queen. No,
and you're trying to tell me when you saw this trailer, it wasn't more exciting than watching the Black Panther trailer? Trying to tell me it wasn't more exciting.
They can both live in the same universe.
They can, but which one's more exciting though?
No,
that's not what I'm asking you.
I get to be excited about both of them.
You can be which one had you
I don't
more
want
excited
black
though?
on black crime, Chuck.
If you had to put them in a pecking order,
Charles, this is black
ranking.
on black crime. I'm not going to choose between the two. With that being said, ain't nothing like Wakanda, man. Come on, man.
Did this trailer have you more excited?
Again, I am not going to engage in black on black crime. Okay. Wakanda, the Dora Milaje, and my girl Viola Davis, they are both exemplary, and I'm looking forward to seeing both of them.
For those that don't know, what we're talking about is the new Viola Davis picture that's coming out on Sony Pictures. Mm-hmm. Actually, Gina Prince Bythewood that tells a story about an all-female army solidified the kingdom of Bohemia as a militaristic power player during the early part of the 20th century. It's based on a true story, loosely based on a true story, but it's about an all-woman military. We also saw this all-woman military before. You know where we saw him at?
What, the Dora Milaje?
No. This
Shaka
one,
Zulu?
the woman king from director Gina Prince Bythewood. We saw them in a TV series. You know what TV series we saw them in?
Shaka Zulu?
No.
What?
Lovecraft Country.
Oh, that's right.
That's who it's based. Lovecraft Country. Octavia Butler wrote about them. This is based on these real women.
Oh, I didn't know that, fam. I didn't know that. I didn't.
Gotta school these kids. You gotta take these kids to school.
No, that's dope though. Lovecraft Country was amazing. We covered it on Binge Worthy. We talked about at first I was thinking just a Dora Milaje, but no, okay, all right. That rings a bell. Okay.
Yeah. And so the woman king tells the story of Niska, who's played by Viola Davis, and General of the King Gizzo, played by John Boyega, and the Amazons, and Nawathusu Madiwa, a young girl newly recruited into the kingdom's famed army of warriors of women.
But yeah, man, the movie looks dope. It looks
dope.
And it's going to be well acted. We got some strong actors in it, and it looks like they put the right resources behind it. They put the right amount of money behind it. They got a great star behind it. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I think it may come out on Viola Davis's production brand. I think that may be under her brand. We have to do some research on that. Don't quote me on that, but I think it may be her movie.
But no, I mean, if it's a movie about Black women empowered, it would make sense for it to align with it coming out on her production company, right?
Yep. Yep.
Do we have a black director?
We do. We do. The black director is Gina Prince Bytewood.
Okay.
So we do. So I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, man, I think it's great. Now, I want to see more black storytellers out there being able to bring their stories to life. That's why I didn't want to compare it to like Black Panther, man. I think they can
I said
both.
the trailer. Did it get you as excited?
It
I
got
didn't
me
say the movie's
okay,
the
okay,
same.
okay. I thought you were saying you said that you get more excited.
Did you get more excited? Did you get more excited? Like when I saw Black Panther trailer, I was like, "Oh yeah!" Then I see this story about a real story of some real Africans. I'm like, "Oh yeah!"
Yeah, I was like, "Oh yeah," too. You know, I got my spear, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do this shit."
And let's be honest, Black Panther's PG-13. They were cutting throats in this trailer.
No, it looked like the fight sequences and everything is just going to be dope. I mean, I don't want to compare it to like previous thing, but I'm thinking like Braveheart in Africa, right? We're not going to be conquered here. We're gonna have some dope fighting scenes. We're gonna have some dope fighting scenes from women too. I think this space is much needed.
And let's not play like Gina Prince Bythewood. People are not familiar with her. She was a writer on Different World.
Okay.
She helped write South Central.
Okay.
She was on Love and Basketball.
Is she the writer director for Love and Basketball, or she just part of it?
It was like one of the first things she wrote, one of the first films she wrote on.
Okay.
The Secret Life of Bees. She directed the feature film. And Beyond the Lights, starring Juju Mathimaral, which I did love. And now she's on to this.
So what you're saying is she got receipts. She's got receipts.
Yeah,
right?
She does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It looks fantastic. I'm excited for it. In September.
I'm excited.
It's not that far away.
You know.
So go out there and support this, people.
The movie hits theaters September 16th, you all.
Yep.
So go check it out. September 16th.
Absolutely.
Right before Black Panther drops.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Because
both of them get my money.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. When does Black Panther drop?
I think it drops in October, November.
I think it's November because it's around that Thanksgiving holiday.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. I think it's around that window. Yeah.
Go see this and then go see Black Panther, right? There's space for more than one of us.
There is. And different types of movies. So that's exciting.
Exactly.
Okay. Something that has me just as excited. Clerks 3 is happening. Clerks 3. You know how much I love Clerks 1. How I made you watch it over and over again. You know how much I love Clerks 1. I love Clerks 2. Clerks 3 is happening. And the gang is all back, apparently.
Clerks 1 was a defining moment, right? I think it had such a huge pop culture influence, and it really took independent filmmaking to another level. I mean, they didn't leave the store. I think one scene was outside of that store, shot in
top of the roof.
White. Yeah, top of the roof. Right. A hockey seat on top of the roof, and it was just amazing. And Clerks 2 was equally as good. That's what we got the term ass to mouth from. It's the first time that I heard people starting to talk about it. So yeah, man, Clerks 2. I'm looking forward to seeing how the gang falls in line. I wonder what made Kevin Smith return to this.
It's interesting. I'm curious too.
Yeah, a lot of things that I had read, he was kind of done with filmmaking and he didn't want to return to any of his previous property. And he said he was one of the early adopters of podcasting because Fat Man on Batman. I used to listen to Fat Man on Batman all the time. And he said podcasting was really the lane that he was in. He could make a lot of money with it as well. And it was instincts. You know,
he had the comic book store he was doing. He didn't care about anything.
He had the comic book store. So he had a lot of things. He had a lot of things going for him. I just wonder what made him revisit this story.
But hopefully he talks about it. Because have you seen the first trailer? I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen the first trailer yet.
I was loading it up before I got on here, but life kicks in and you have to do things. So but the first trailer has Dante and Randall in it. They're at the quick start. He's having a heart attack at the quick stop. That's even crazier because it lets you know how they age. He's still there working.
Right. And that's what I was saying. They never made it out the quick start.
Never made it out. Jason, it's small town. It's a small town place, right?
I
Jason
thought they were
Mewes,
in New
Silent Bob
Jersey. I just thought
return.
that was just their neighborhood, like quick stir. They're in New Jersey, right?
New Jersey's a state with a lot of different places. You know, they
Yeah.
have small towns
I'll...
in New Jersey. We got small towns there. So they have Jason Mewes pops up in it with Silent Bob still there.
Okay.
They
Okay.
definitely didn't make it out, but we
Oh
seen them go on
nah.
adventures. They went on
Yeah.
adventures.
They've
They
been on a
made
bench.
movies. They made
Yeah.
Chronic and what's Bong Man, whatever it is.
Yeah, they did a couple movies, right?
Yeah.
Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. I thought they did another one too.
Yeah. They did a
Yeah.
couple of movies. They went to the Comic-Con.
Yeah, and
You know,
they were
they
in the
fought Mark
subsequent movies as
Hamill.
well, like Chasing Amy, a
Yeah.
bunch of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
speaking of
Silent...
Chasing Amy, they have Marlon Giletto. They have Rosario Dawson, Trevor Furman, Ben Affleck, Fred Armisen, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Michelle Betul, and Mark Bernardin, all in this movie, in this one movie.
Well,
they brought everybody in.
Yeah, so like, I mean, that was not all of them, but like I know a lot of them. That was a part of the crew. That his team of filmmakers, and I know he and Ben Affleck had a pretty big falling out at one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
But now, I mean, I think it's dope that he's coming back to the franchise, or just coming back. Hit them two working together again.
Yeah, so I'm quite excited about this, and it hits theaters the September 13th and the 15th.
So September is gonna be popping then.
September's gonna be popping. We free, baby. The panorama's over. It's over. We got movies back. Movies are back.
The panorama's done with. Yeah.
The panorama's over, man. We're here.
Hey, as we told y'all, this is not to be taken literal. Don't y'all be going out there getting you and your people sick, right?
Yeah. For people that don't know, we are still in the pandemic.
Yes, we still are.
And even if you have the vaccination, you still can catch the COVID. Sure, and you can still die from the COVID.
Yeah.
You can still pass to other people. We want you and your family and friends to be safe. What you do to your enemies is something that you do on your own. Okay, speaking of enemies. So Netflix and Nickelodeon have had this happy marriage together. We'll see how happy it is when the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie comes out. A show comes out. We're still up in the air. I don't want to wish bad fortune on it. I want it to be good. I wish they give me original story. That's all I'm asking for. But however, they decided, hey, we're going to have the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. Has released this first trailer to appear on Netflix.
To appear on Netflix?
Yep. It's a Netflix movie called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So they're young. So this is like the prequel movie to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay. I mean, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has been reinventing itself ever since I was a little kid. And each generation has an attachment to whatever version that there is. So I'm all for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reinventing themselves. And I'm all for it if it's different than the origin stories that I grew up with, or even that my daughter grew up with. So yeah, I'm good for it. My only concern is Netflix with some of these original properties have been really hit and miss. Yes. We've had some bad interpretation and takes on classic properties.
Yes, when they do original stuff, sometimes it's hit, like Shadow and the Shadow Bone, whatever that one they did.
Castlevania.
Yeah. When they do original stuff and they're remaking.
And I just remember that Cowboy Bebop still leaves a nasty taste in my mouth, and it has me scared about Airbender. But as you said, I'm not going to put negativity out into the ethos, but I want to make sure that they give Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the justice that it deserves.
I agree. One of the things they talked about in this film, it's directed by Emmy winners Ant Ward and Annie Serrano.
Okay.
And it features the Turtles embarking on a continuation of their series when a visitor arrives from the future to warn them of dangerous new threats to space and time. So this may be a reboot of them all.
Which is cool, man.
The Fed has returning talents. Go ahead.
No, I would just say it doesn't have to be my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I can still enjoy it.
Yeah. That's one thing the Turtles have done is they
Yeah.
allowed themselves to be reinvented over and over
Mhm.
again. DC does that very well. Turtles does it very well. Star Wars does it horribly. They don't do it. They do a continuation and they do better than a continuation. Star Trek is so on the reinvention. So.
Yeah, but I think Star Wars is hit or miss too, man. We've had some. It's had varying degrees of success, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
We're not gonna go down there. We're not gonna go there because we know we'll go down there forever.
Yeah,
We'll go down
right.
there rabbit hole forever. Star Wars animated properties are the business.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
gonna
That's
say
that's
they
why I'm
are
saying.
The business.
That's why I'm saying that there's been varying degrees of success because the animated
Yes.
properties have been very successful.
The funk came in. For those that are new to the show, we have a live chat feed going on.
Yes.
And we have one of the news providers known as AKA the Funk. He's one of my homies from way back when, back in my olden video game days of learning video games. And he comes in and says, Kevin said he was inspired to reboot Clerks 3 after surviving his heart attack. So this is partially based on his post-heart attack creative revival in My Chemical Romance's The Black Parade.
Okay, when you said that he had a heart attack, because I was like, Kevin had a stroke about 10 years ago, something like that. Stroke or a heart attack. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I wonder, was that the inspiration, or did that have any influence in it? So, okay, thanks, Defunct.
One thing that he said, that Defunct said too, Transformers reboots almost every season. That's true. Transformers animated was amazing to me. I love Transformers animated. They had the best little they had the best little toys too.
Well, and Transformers Cybertron was the first two seasons. First two seasons were amazing. That third season, well, yeah, wasn't really feeling that.
Yeah, they had new writers on it. They had new writers on it.
They did. But the first season, the first two seasons, the characterization of Megatron as not just a supervillain, but as a ruler trying to save his planet and trying to save it against the backdrop of the Autobots. And so I thought that was a great take on it. Now, he did kind of devolve into madness, but a lot of the things that Megatron did in that series were dope. And especially when he called Prime, he was like, Orion, I know who you are. I know who you are, Orion. When he was talking to Optimus Prime, I was like, man. But yeah, so Transformers does a good job of that too. And we should get better properties. We can reinvent. We can reinvent properties.
Well, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle film has returning talents. They have Ben Schwartz, Omar Miller, Brandon Michael Smith, and they have Josh Brenner as the as the Turtles. Okay. These guys have always been the Turtles. They come back to be the Turtles again.
I'm good with that.
The script is written by Tony Gamalobo and Rebecca May, which sounds exciting. Kat Graham, Eric Baza, Haley Joel Osment, Reese Darby, and John Michael Higgins also reprised their roles. So they brought back some really good voice actors to come back in here.
Yeah, man. So for the Turtles,
it comes out August 5th.
Oh, so okay. So you're telling me I got stuff to look forward to in August, September, and November. What we got for October? We need to find something for October.
We'll find something for that too. Okay. So we got another property that hit Prime only because it's Prime Day, and we're gonna do Prime Day stuff. New Lord of the Rings Rings of Power teaser was pushed out on Prime Day on Amazon Prime only. So if you don't have Amazon Prime, they dropped a trailer for those that are loyal to Amazon and already in the mix. I'm pretty sure they're going to put this out on normal media.
I would imagine they have to. But and at first I said, is that smart? But if you are Amazon Prime member, it's kind of saying thank you.
Yes, it is a thank you. So for 48 hours, Prime members get this trailer and they're going to have it. So that's a good amount of time for them to get it.
Right.
The bonus of the teaser, which runs a little less than a minute, being at Amazon, is that Amazon's excellent X-ray feature is in full effect. So are you familiar with the Amazon X-ray feature?
I am not, sir.
Oh, so when you hit pause, it tells you every actor in the scene on the screen at that time. And you can click on them and it goes to their IMDb and you can see all the things they've acted in. And I think now X-Ray allows you to link out to properties they have on Amazon Prime.
Okay. Okay.
It's
Does
one
that
of the
come
things
standard with your Prime
standard with
membership?
Amazon Prime. Standard
Okay.
with it. X-ray's always there. One thing that I know that Netflix kind of regrets is not having an X-ray feature.
Okay.
I think they may have copyrighted a patent the X-ray feature, but it's
ways
a
around
beautiful
that,
feature.
but okay. All right. So that's kind of cool, right? Just all your Amazon Prime members just saying we appreciate you. So we're gonna give you a 48-hour head start on this teaser on Prime Day.
Yep. And like it starts out and it says, "The skies are strange." A man, Sadak Burrows says in the brand new teaser. You can pause it on him. Like, who's this guy? Lenny Henry. The next character that appears is High King Gilliglad, played by Benjamin Walker. And so you can see all the actors that are in this. It's one trailer.
When does it drop? When does the new Lord of the Rings series drop?
I don't think they gave us a date yet. They haven't put a release date. I said almost show itself will be on September 2nd.
September 2nd? Okay.
September 2nd.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. September is gonna be a banger, man.
Yeah, September.
Kids going back to school. Yeah. It's gonna be a banger.
September, yeah.
Okay. I'm with it.
Now we got another one that's happening. Hugely popular Macross anime finally scores a US video release. So Macross, are you familiar with Macross?
I am not.
It's Robotech. It's basically Robotech.
Okay.
Robotech Gundam is like some little mixture of those three. It's that whole jets turning into robots is a total mess. There's a lot of series mixed in together. When people brought them over, they mixed them up. The Funk could probably break it down to you better than I can, but it's a total mess. Big West, the license holder from Macross, announced that the anime would be getting a home video Blu-ray release in the US, Canada, and Europe during its panel at Anime Expo. So it's going to Blu-ray. That's how gangster they are. We're going to put this on actual media. According to the Silicon of Macross 2, Lovers Again, Macross Plus, Macross Frontier, and Macross Delta are expected to get a re-release treatment as well. So they're like, you know what? You know what we're going to do for you guys? We're going to put this on Blu-ray for you because that's what you really want. We're going to put it on a high-end, expensive Blu-ray, and you're going to go out and buy it for $30 a disc because that's who we are.
I don't know, man. I'm not familiar enough with the source material to really weigh in on it, man.
Big West, I'm really excited about. Big West and Tatsunoko Productions were engaged in a license dispute over the series in 1998. So they've been fighting over the series. Tatsunoko is one of my favorite production companies in Japan. They make Gotcha Man.
Okay.
So it'll be really interesting to see what they happen. But I'm saying, if I bought you the Blu-ray, would you watch it?
Absolutely. Do people still? I mean, I have a Blu-ray player.
Blu-ray gives you uncompressed video, and the Funk would tell you Blu-ray's better quality.
I'm not saying it's a better quality, but are people still buying Blu-ray?
Yeah, man. Collectors buy them all the time. Okay. Like the Criterion collection, you can literally go to the Criterion channel. It's cheaper than the whole entire collection, but people still pick up those Blu-rays.
Yeah, because I mean, almost everything that I watch, I stream it.
A lot of things that I really want to care about and I cherish, I realize we have to buy the Blu-ray or DVD of it. And the reason I say that is because things get modified these days. Mm-hmm. And could you imagine, like, I'm gonna go out and buy Blazing Saddle on Blu-ray because that movie deserves to exist, but in our current political climate, it will not exist. I mean, HBO Max just pulled it off.
Okay. I guess I see your point, Dan. I just start to think.
So some things, just because it's like changing novels at this point, right? Could you imagine all novels going digital? And they say Huckleberry Finn, we're gonna take the N-word out. We're gonna change that all up.
That was a thing, though. That was a thing at one point in time.
It was.
Yeah, that was an actual thing. Yeah, they tried to rewrite it.
Rewrite it, yes.
Yeah, and
Scholastic try to rewrite it. Yes.
Yeah, the story's not the same if you don't do that. Now, I'm not for white people saying the N-word, right? I'm not for that. But that's a part of the story, right? And if you take that away, like, we got to stop trying to rewrite history to make it softer or more appealing. We got to let people know, like, yeah, you guys really did some fucked up things, and we don't ever want to go back there. So we need to have it uncut, like the way it really was. I'm not a big proponent of changing that kind of language because it captures the idiocracy and the racism and the harshness that was really going on at that particular juncture.
Yeah, the funk came in again. And he said, Macross is 1/3 of the series you mixed into Robotech, and of course, lived in a separate parallel life while the Western Robotech series was running. Life, Super Sentai, and Power Rangers, though Sabine had their contracts in tighter order than Harmony Gold. So we know that the first editions of Power Rangers is a bunch of other live action anime put together. That's what I call live action anime put together. Then he also came in and said, for your information, season Criterion 50% sale going on at Barnes and Nobles and Amazon matching some of the movies. And Criterion has a handful of 4K discs too.
Okay. All right.
I tell everybody go look at the Criterion collection because it takes a lot for those films to get into that collection. And when they get there are films that you should probably have in your film library, especially if you're a lover of films.
Okay. All right. I'm with it. What we got next, man?
We got next up the Duffer Brothers, the guys that made Stranger Things, are making yet another live action Death Note adaptation for Netflix. This goes back to what you said. You said this. Does everything need to be made from anime into live action?
Hey, I don't know how successful we've been. I don't think there's been any success for anything from anime to a successful live version.
Death Note's been made in Japanese, which is closest to the anime, and it's been made in English with Lakeith Stanfield as L. Horrible movie.
I'm not surprised because I mean, with anime, the storytelling, there is a nuance and a way of storytelling. And trying to translate that over into American storytelling, it just doesn't work.
Agree. And Death Note should be something easy, right? It's about a kid that can write names in a book and write how people die, and they die that way. It's all it's about. This demon comes and hands him the book. The demon's bored and said, hey, I'll give you a death notebook. If you write somebody's name in it, in 3 hours, they have a heart attack. That's how they die. But you can write how they die in the book, and they would happen that way. This kid who's a law student starts killing criminals, mob bosses and stuff like that. People that run prostitution rings. He starts killing people. Simple story.
And they messed it up
Because you got two characters that are demons in it. They didn't get them right. They're close. They were close, but they didn't get them right. But the story is simple. And then this other kid named L comes in who solves murder cases. And he's trying to capture the kid, and him and the kid are working side by side. L thinks the kid is the guilty party, but the kid is really good at law too.
Okay.
So it's like kind of like a face off, and it's just not. It's total mess.
Yeah, man. I'm not a big proponent of doing it unless we get somebody who really loves the project and wants to see it done just on a live action scale. And they also have the clout to push it through without people trying to Americanize it because for some reason they think that is going to be more profitable. If you trusted the source material to adapt it, let the artist create the vision that they want to create.
Yeah. I say let Death Note be his Death Note because it's only one Death Note. Yeah, and it's good enough as stands as is.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. But if we're gonna do it, like, let's try to somewhere do it correctly.
Yeah. With that, let you know the Duffer Brothers, they got a deal with Netflix called the Upside Down Pictures. So they got a picture deal with Netflix. They're just trying to find things to do. Hopefully, this is something they look at and like, we really don't need to do this and move on to something else. I want them to create original stories. They did a great job with Stranger Things. I like to keep them in that mode of creating good storytelling instead of making adaptations.
Yeah,
Adaptations and remixes are not the way.
For different formats, because we just talked about different generations making Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which we're fine with that. But let's let creatives create. Let's not make them adapt. Let's make them creators create, right?
And in upside down pictures now, they also have Hilary Leavitt. And Hilary Leavitt brought two of the greatest series to television that are original: Orphan Black, which I love.
Facts, right? Facts.
And Ozark.
Facts.
Why are you going to adapt something when you can make something original?
Right.
You all did. Y'all changed what Stranger Things was at the first season and kept the original cast and ran them for another 3 seasons and kept it alive. And it was good alive. Yeah, I think they have more story, and I think they have more story in Stranger Things this last season.
Man, let's like create again. We need a campaign. Let creatives be creative.
They're talking about Jaws, Home Alone, and Speed. We don't need those.
We don't need those. We've had that. We've already had that. Well, they've got a Home Alone coming out. It's another one that's already coming out.
Let it go.
I know that for a fact.
Let that go.
The Jaws, I haven't heard anything.
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah.
We got Sharknado. That's all we need. That's all we need.
I'm mad at you. Shut up.
That's all we need.
Sharknado.
You got Sharknado. Sharknado is the Fast and the Furious of shark movies.
So you took two bad franchises and put them together.
What? Sharknado's not a bad franchise.
Sharknado's not a bad franchise.
Drink on that one. Yeah. Drink on that one. Speaking of that cross up of movie ideas, which I may make Fast and the Furious meets franchise meets Fast and the Furious meets Speed meets just Jaws, which is Sharknado. I like to bring in the lovely Courtney Wright because we have our next show coming. It's been a while since we had it.
Doesn't it feel like it has been forever?
It has been forever.
But hey, Courtney. What's going on, Courtney?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's great. It's been a while.
How y'all doing? It has been.
It feels like it. It's like, geez, what was the last time we all got together?
Hey, Randy, I'm gonna let you run it. Tell us what we looking at. What we looking at today?
Oh, tonight we are looking at Netflix's season 3 of Umbrella Academy.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
So man, this is your show. What's up? So let's do some hot takes. Courtney, you got any hot takes for Umbrella Academy?
Klaus is the MVP.
Oh, okay. All right, I like it.
That's
Chuck,
how I feel.
What about you? I got it. Any hot takes?
I'm thinking. I'm like a deer in headlights. It's been a while since I had a hot take. You go. Not coming right.
I'm trying to think. I was just asking you all because I didn't have anything to come up with. Hot takes. Okay, hot takes.
I got one.
Okay.
I'm gonna piss you off. It's about family.
Oh Lord. But it is about family, though. It is.
But it is. I mean, you're not wrong.
Because
they're wrong, Vin Diesel.
They're like superheroes that don't save anybody. Only the world for things that that they created, though. They saved the world from stuff that they created, the mess.
Technically, I mean, they didn't create it. They have just playing catch up. They've just defending the best they know how to and never really trained for it. And just kind of fall into a conclusion.
So let's ask Courtney. Courtney, did you see the trailer? What was the name of the first one? Well, Viola Davis.
I haven't watched it yet. The Woman King.
Warrior Queen. Yeah. Okay.
Warrior King.
Okay.
No,
the Woman King.
The Woman King.
The Woman King.
The Woman Queen.
Yeah.
King.
I thought it was Queen.
No, it's King.
She's King.
Okay. She's a king.
It ain't Queen. It's not Queen. It's definitely not Queen.
It's the King. Woman King.
Okay.
We know that most queens are women, unless they're dancing.
Yes, the Woman King.
In West Hollywood.
Okay.
And them queens are just about that business.
Okay. Well, Chuck had asked me, was I as excited or more excited to see this than Wakanda?
Well, I can't answer that because I haven't watched it yet.
You haven't seen the trailer
yet. I was working on a short film all day, so it dropped when I was like on set, and I just didn't have time.
It's okay. When you see it, you let us know.
It's dope. It's dope.
Put it in the comments because I'm excited to hear what you got to say.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you right now, I'm a little bitter with Viola for having at least half the cast is British. You got John Boyega and Lashana Lynch. I mean, I don't know about the rest of the folks, but
yeah, that's all over Hollywood. I'm hearing right now. Yeah. Even the white actors are like, "Yo, why are you bringing all these Brits over?"
I mean, somebody gave me a response to that question, like another artist that I trust their opinion, and this is strictly their opinion, but I think that it holds true. Well, I think they did get it from somebody who works in the industry, but the reason I was given is because British actors and or actors from in the UK or the EU, they assist the American distributors in being able to sell their properties over to the other countries by saying, we have artists that you are familiar with in these films, and that helps them make money in the overseas box office. So in order to like facilitate that bridge of basically, finances, it's not, they know Americans are going to come to the box office. They know we're going to come, but it's not the same over there. So therefore you got to hit them in the wallets. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't believe that. That's like saying that they'll watch NBA games all day.
People are always going to go. No one cares. The only people who care that like half of the Marvel cast is British are actors.
Yeah.
In America,
I don't know a British person, and I know a ton of British people. They never said I watched Wakanda because there's some British actors in it. I watched the Marvel.
Well, not that there's someone that they know. They don't consciously think, oh, I'm just gonna watch it because. But if it's someone that I know, like let's say for instance, Wakanda Forever, and I know Chadwick Boseman is no longer with us, but given the fact that when Black Panther came out, I'd seen him in 42, I'd seen him in other films, and I was like, okay, Chadwick Boseman, yeah, I like him. I'll go and see him. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you watch Downton Abbey and somebody from Downton Abbey is in the next Doctor Strange, you're like, oh, look, he was in a couple episodes of the Doctor Who that I really liked, or the Downton Abbey. I really like that one. Like that chap. I think I'll go over and say that.
That's only 400 million people. At most.
Only 400 million?
Only 400 million people, maybe at most.
But that's a subject for another day. Yeah, we need to get back.
That's a whole nother. That's
we need to bring it.
Hey, malarkey on
this is what you're going to get if you tune into Binge-worthy. You're going to get.
I'll have to stop by GeekBeast and we'll have this discussion.
Honest, candid reviews and opinions. We might agree with each other and we might disagree. But what you're guaranteed to get is something that is entertaining. So come back and join us as we're going to talk about season 3 of Umbrella Academy. We'll be back, 5 minutes?
About 5 minutes.
5 minutes. All right. We'll holler at you guys later. Peace.